Welcome, everybody. It is Michael, the DFS genius, back at you with another video. This video is for the 8-game main slate, the main slate that's starting at a 410 lock. What we're going to be doing today is I'm just going to go over the pitchers, catchers, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, and outfielders. Show you their stats, how they've been doing the last 3-4 games, and then how they're hitting against the opposing pitcher of today. Also, I'll be going over my pitcher analysis, something that I made this morning. And what it's going to do is going to show you my highlighted pitchers, and it's going to show the lineup that this pitcher is going up against and how well the lineup for today is against that pitcher. So that's what we're going to be covering today. So let's go ahead and just get right into it, everybody. Um, if this is your first time, please like and subscribe, please. It helps a lot. Um, First thing I want to give is a shout out to Draft Dashboard. This tool, everybody, Draft Dashboard is a very great tool. It'll help you out a lot when it comes to DFS. It has NFL, which NFL is coming very soon. It just got the WNBA, so that's a great tool to have for WNBA for those that play that. And then it has the MLB. The MLB is great. It is a great. It has a position optimizer, MLB cheat sheet. It has sleepers and studs of the day, the lineup optimizer. It gives some watch players, and then it'll give you some perfect lineups, some lineups that you can take a look at. If you like the lineup that Draft Dashboard is giving you, you can lock it in and see if you can cash. Now, I've done one of those before, and it actually cashed. It didn't cash a lot, but it ended up cashing, so I was pretty happy with that. But I never went back to it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this video. So the first pitcher that we have on today's slate is going to be Jake Odorizzi. Now, Jake Odorizzi, his last 5 games, he put up a 33, a 33, a 20, a 9, and a 29. But his last 5 against KC, he put up a 5, a 26, a 16, and then a couple zeros. So at 10-9, for those of you that want to play some Jake Odorizzi, feel free, but that's a little pricey, everybody. And now when you get over here to FanDuel, and you check out his price and everything on FanDuel, he drops a little bit. On FanDuel, he's only 10,000, but his last 3 games, he had a 55, a 49, and a 33. So if you look at that 55 and you're playing on FanDuel, then that's definitely great. Now his last 3 against KC got a 10, a 43, and a 31. So if he can go out there at that $10,000 and get you that 43, then you can definitely go there if you're taking that him as your pitcher on FanDuel, everybody. Now let's get back over here to the DraftKings portion and get to the next pitcher. The next pitcher is going to be Walker Buehler of the Dodgers. He's going up against Chicago, everybody. Now his last 2 against Chicago, he got a 5 and a -11. But his last 5 games, period, he got a 34, a 41, a 9, a 24, and a 21. So if he can go out there and get you that 34, you can definitely lock him in at 10-2. Now on FanDuel, he's a little bit more expensive. He's I want to say maybe 11,000, maybe 11,000 on on FanDuel. But on FanDuel, his last 3, he got a 58, a 64, and an 18. So you can definitely get that. But something about Chicago. Chicago sees him well because if you see that -12, they literally blew him up that day, and he didn't have a great game when he threw up that 11 either. Everybody, so you can take your dart throw if you're going to get some Walker Buehler, but if you're going to pay 11,000 for him, you might as well go down to Odorizzi. I'm just saying. All right, the next pitcher is going to be Noah Syndergaard. Noah Syndergaard's last 3 games, he got a 32, a 12, and a 12. But his last 3 against St. Louis, he got a 7, a 25, and a 26. So he'll do all right against St. Louis, but that 7, I don't like that 7 a lot. But at 9,300, you can't really beat it. And on FanDuel, he's 9,000. He's 9,000 on FanDuel, so that's a great price for him there. But he hasn't been looking great recently, everybody. He has not been looking great. But Thor will be Thor. He can go out there and he can definitely get you a 30 any single day. So if you're trying to pay down a tiny bit from the top 2 pitchers, you can go to Noah Syndergaard, everybody. Definitely. All right. Now, Frankie Montas of the A's, he's all right. His last game, he put up a 29. But against Seattle, he's not pitching too well against Seattle. He got an 8, a 10, and a 4 in his last 3 games against Seattle. Um, at that 9.9 price, that's a little pricey for a pitcher that may only put up like a 4 or an 8 if he gets there for you. Um, on FanDuel, he's a lot cheaper. On FanDuel, he's 8.7, 8.7 on FanDuel, and I'm pretty sure you can get there on 8.7. But he's going against the Mariners, and the Mariners have been hot recently. If you've been watching baseball, you can see that Seattle, they haven't been scoring a lot of runs, but they've been having a lot of people on base. So those hits, those walks, everything will add up against a pitcher. So you can fade Frankie Montas if you'd like. But again, if he's your pitcher and you're trying to pay down a little bit, you can go there if you want. It's just my insight. Now we have Mike Minor. Mike Minor's last game against Cincinnati, he got a 0, and then he hasn't pitched before then. Now his last 5 games recently against other teams, he got a 22, a 20, a 15, a 17, and a 31. So Mike Minor can definitely go out there and get you there at the 97 range. But on FanDuel, he's only 9.5. So if you'd like, you can go there. Uh, he can possibly go out there, and if you can see here, he can go out there and throw 8 innings. And if he's getting the strikeouts, he can get you there. But Cincinnati has some great bats, and they have some power bats, so he can get in trouble real quick. Uh, so it's always a possibility. Any of these great pitchers can get blown up in the first inning. That's just how it happens, everybody. Aaron Nola is one of my pitchers that I'll talk about later, but he is doing decent, very decent. And at 8.5, that is not bad. He's at $300 more expensive on FanDuel. But at the 8.5 range, I'm definitely going to get myself some Aaron Nola today against Atlanta. He pitches well against them. He got a 27, a 32, and a 19 in his last 3 games against them. So you can definitely go there if you'd like, everybody. The next pitcher is going to be Marquez. Marquez, I know yesterday's game in Colorado, it was a high scoring game. It was like maybe 11-12 or something like that. Uh, San Diego was down, I believe. Don't get me wrong, but I believe San Diego was down 6 runs, and they ended up scoring 6 runs in the top of the ninth inning. And I'm not sure if it ended up going extra innings or not, but I know they scored a lot of runs. So he is kind of a risky play. But if you look at his games against San Diego, he got a 20, 38, and a 14. So he can definitely get you there at the $8,100 price. And on FanDuel, he's only 7,000. So that is something that you guys want to look at. I know if they're playing in Colorado Park, that's a hitter-friendly park, and pitchers go there to die. But I think Marquez is going to be a sneaky pick, low owned today. So I will definitely be getting me some of him today, everybody. If you're playing DraftKings, take a look at Aaron Nola and Marquez. Lock them up and just try to build around them if you can. All right, now these other pitchers I don't really want to spend too much time on. Michael Wacha has a 28 last game against the Mets. The Mets have been recently decent. There's a couple guys on the Mets that are kind of hot, so we'll get to them later on, everybody. But that is going to be the pitchers for today. Let's go ahead and get to catcher. I'm only going to highlight a couple catchers, everybody. If you want to pause the video when I start showing the catcher stats, feel free to. Now, again, if you're doing FanDuel, this right here, if it says minus 1,500, that's how much this player costs on FanDuel from this price. So you take the 4,300, subtract the 1,500, and it'll give you the FanDuel price. Just for any of those of you guys that are wondering. So let's go ahead and check out these catchers. Wilson Ramos, his last 3 games, he got a 7, a 2, and a 10. Against a pitcher, he's 1 for 6 with one single. Now, 4-3 is a little pricey, so if you want to go there, you can, but I will not be getting me no Ramos today. JT Realmuto, he's 1 for 15 against Newcomb, everybody. You can get a better catcher at the $4,100 price. You can go down a little bit and get, or even pay up a little bit for some Gary Sanchez, everybody. But his last 3 games, he got a 12, a 3, and a 12. But his last 3 against Atlanta, he got a 12, a 7, and a 21. So at 4,100, you can definitely go there. Or even on FanDuel, you can go there on for 3,100, definitely. Omar Narvaez going against Montaz. He has no at-bats against him, but this guy's been hot. He got a 12, 28, a 0, and a 12 in his 3 recent games. So at the 3,600 mark, you can definitely go there. He's 2,800 on FanDuel, so that's a good price for him on FanDuel. All right, you got Williston Costello. He's a 0 for 2 against Green. You have Austin Hedges, which is 2 for 8 against Marquez. He has a home run and a triple, so you can look at that at 2,800. He's 3,000 on FanDuel, everybody. Gary Sanchez has no at bats against Lopez. At 5,200, you can take a look and see, but he's a little pricey. Chris Iannetta, he's 1 for 2 with one single against Lawyer, everybody. He's 4,400. He's $1,200 cheaper on FanDuel. So you can definitely go there if you'd like. Get you a small Colorado stack if you want to. I'm staying away from stacking today. I'm building players that have rapport against pitchers, like I always say on my videos, because that's what I go with. Wilson Contreras is 1 for 3 with one single against Bueller. Everybody at 4,000. You can take a look there. James McCann is 1 for 3 with one home run against Green. I will be locking him in at the $3,700 range. He's $2,900 on FanDuel, everybody, so take a look at that if you're wanting to pay down. You have Kurt Caselli, has no at bats against Minor, but at 3,600, I will not be going there. You can go to a guy like Josh Fegley. He has no at bats, but his last couple games, he got a 7 and a 23 against Seattle. If you want to against LeBlanc, feel free. Now down here we have a couple more. Tyler Flowers is 0 for 5 against Nola. Austin Barnes has no at bats against Darvish. Wieters is 0 for 2 against Syndergaard. Maldonado is 1 for 2 with the signal against Odorizzi, and Jeff Mathis is 0 for 12. So stay away from Mathis against Roark. Tyler Flowers last game he got a 10, a 13, an 11. You can take a look there if you'd like. All right, let's get to the first baseman, everybody. Now for the first baseman, we can go ahead and take a look. We could run the numbers on the at-bats versus the pitchers and see how well they're doing. Freddie Freeman is 7 for 28 with four singles, two doubles, one home run against Nola, so that's something to look at 5,200. He's been hot recently. If you look at his numbers, everybody, he can get you there. Max Muncy is 0 for 3 against Darvish. So at 5,100, you may want to stay away, even though this kid has been hot recently, everybody. Matt Olson is 1 for 7 with one home run against LeBlanc. Matt Olson has been decent with a 5 and an 18 in his last two games, so you can take a look there. Cody Bellinger's at 5,600, no at bats against Darvish. He got a 7 and a 33 his last two games. He had two home runs, which I had him in that game, and it helped me a little bit when it came to cashing, but not as much. All right, we got some Daniel Murphy. This guy's been hot. 5,300 though. He's getting a little pricey. He's $1,400 cheaper on FanDuel. He's 0 for 2 though against Lawyers, so you can stay away there and pay down. Peter Alonso has no at bats against Wacha. Uh, his last three, he got a 15, a 10, and a 0. But at 5,000, I will not be going there. Luke Voigt, no at bats against Lopez. Cron, 1 for 3 with a single against Sparkman. Hosmer's 3 for 13, two singles, one home run against Marquez. Jose Abreu's 0 for 2 against Green. Hoskins 0 for 2 against Newcomb. Can is 1 for 3 with a home run against LeBlanc. You have Guzman. You have Paul Goldschmidt, which is 5 for 14 against Syndergaard. Jay Bruce is 1 for 6 against Newcomb. Vogelbach, no at bats. Rizzo 1 for 3 with a double. Joey Votto's 1 for 7 against Minor. And these guys right here you can stay away from. All right. Now, this is the only guy that if you're going to pay down for something cheap, he's the guy that may be able to get you there, but he has no at bats against Odorizzi. Well, he does. He's 1 for 6 with one double. So if you get you a double or a home run possible today at 3,500, you can take a look. All right, second baseman, everybody. All right, the second baseman. Uh, Jeff McNeil, 4,100, has no at bats against Wacha, but his last three, he got a 6, a 5, and a 3. So take a look there if you'd like. Rugnan Odor is 2 for 4 with a home run in the single against Roark. I'll be going Odor today. He had a grand slam yesterday with a 26. He got a 10 and a 3 also in his last two after that. So at 3,900, you can definitely take a look. Jose Rondon is 0 for 1 against Green. Um, with an 8, a 2, and a 2 in his last three, so you can take a look there. Albies is 4 for 18 with three singles and one double against Nola. And his last three, he got a 10, a 14, and a 19, everybody, so you can take a look there. Merrifield is the guy I'm going to be locking in today. He's 4 for 10 with two home runs and two singles against Odorizzi. He's 4,200 on FanDuel, or on DraftKings, $600 cheaper on FanDuel, so you can take a look at that if you'd like, everybody. Now there's going to be my second baseman's. All right, third baseman's, everybody. Let's go ahead and take a look. Third baseman's of the day. Let's go ahead and run some numbers. Take a look. I know Arenado was not sure if he's playing today. Sorry about that. He's 1 for 5 against Lawyer, everybody. But again, take a look and see if he's going to be playing today. Max Muncy's 0 for 3 against Darvish, but Max Muncy's been on a tear. He got an 11, a 16, and a 2 in his last three games, so you can take a look there if you'd like. Matt Chapman's 0 for 7 against LeBlanc. He's at 4,200. He's $600 cheaper on FanDuel, everybody, so you can take a look there. Manny Machado's 4 for 6 against Marquez. I'll be looking at him later. But he's 4 for 6 at 4,400. You can take a look there. He's only 4,200 on FanDuel, everybody, so that's not bad. Chris Bryant's 2 for 3 against Bueller. A single and a double. I feel he's going to get a home run and a double today, so at 4,300, you can lock him in. He's 4,000 on FanDuel, everybody. Todd Frazier's the guy I want to talk about. He's 8 for 28, two home runs, two doubles, four singles against Wacha. And his last four, he got a 5, a 5, a 0, and a 27. So he can get you there at that 4,200, everybody. Justin Turner's been hot with the 16. Going against Darvish, he has no at-bats, everybody. Matt Carpenter has 2 for 13 against Syndergaard with one single and one double, so you can take a look there if you'd like. And then we have these guys here. We got Corey Seager with 0 for 3. Hubert's 1 for 6. Sean Rodriguez, no at bats. And Dylan Moore, no at bats. So you can take a look at all those guys if you'd like, everybody. All right, let's get to shortstops. Now, for shortstops, we can take a look. 0 for 3 against Lopez. He's at 4,200. That's a little pricey at shortstop, everybody. You can pay up or down in this situation, but don't go Didi Gregorius. Rondon's 0 for 1 against Green. I wouldn't go there even at 2,500, even at 2,200 on FanDuel. Tatis Jr. has been hot recently with a 24 and a 17 in his last two games going against Marquez, which he has not seen yet. But at 54, that's really pricey. But if you're paying down in pitching, you can go there if you'd like. Polanco's 2 for 3 with two singles against Sparkman at 5,800 cheaper on FanDuel. Tim Anderson's 0 for 1 against Green. Galibor Torres is 2 for 5 with two singles against Lopez. Marcus Semien is 3 for 10 against LeBlanc. At 4,400, that's a little cheap. He's 900 cheaper than FanDuel. You have Manny Machado is the guy I'll be locking in at 4,400. He has four singles in six at bats against Marquez, everybody. So you can take a look there. And if you look, his last two, he got a 33 and a 33, so he can get you there. He is hot right now, everybody. Javier Baez is 1 for 4 at the home run against Bueller. You can stay away there at the 4,300 point, everybody. Gene Segura, 4,100. No at bats against Newcomb. You can take a look. You got 3 for 7 Andrus with three singles against Roark, everybody. And this guy can get you there. Take a look at his last five games 9, 17, 12, 11, and a 12. So take a look. DeJong is a guy I like to talk about. He's 4 for 8 with three singles and one double against Syndergaard, everybody. So at 3,800, lock him in, guys. And that's what we're going to be doing for the shortstops. Let's take a look at our outfielders. All right, outfielders. You got a lot of expensive outfielders, everybody. So let's take a look. Charlie Blackmon, 3 for 7 with 3 singles against Lawler. This guy has been hot. He has been fire. Lock him in today. I don't even care if he's 6,000. Everybody lock him in today. Nelson Cruz, no at bats against Sparkman. This guy's also been hot. He got a 28 his last game. He's at 5,500, so he's a little pricey. $1,600 cheaper on FanDuel, everybody. So you can take a look there. Acuna's 3 for 7 against Nola, 2 singles, 1 double. He's also been hot, 10, 10, and an 8 in his last 3 games. Michael Conforto's 4 for 9, 2 singles, 1 double, 1 triple against Wacha. This guy got a 5, a 16, a 10, a 6, and a 17 in his last 5 games, everybody. Bryce Harper's been hot. He got a 16 in his last game. His last 5 against Atlanta, 16, 23, 16, 4, 27 at 4,200. He's 4,000 on FanDuel. He has 3 for 9 with 2 home runs and 1 single against Newcomb, everybody. Lock this stud in today. Jeff McNeil, no at-bats against Wacha. Markakis is 8 for 30, 5 singles, 1 double, and 2 home runs against Nola. He's been decent, 8, 7, 7, 20, and 29 in his last 5 games. At 4,000, you can take a look there. 800 cheaper on FanDuel. Chris Davis is batting 500, 3 for 6 with 1 home run and 2 singles against LeBlanc, everybody. He got a 2, a 10, and a 17 in his last 3 games, so you can take a look there. Cody Bellinger, we talked about him. He's a bum right now. Don't pay 56 for him. David Dahl's 1 for 5 with a single against Lawyer. His last game was a 27, so that's not bad, everybody. You can take a look. Stack yourself some Twins today, and mark my words when I say stack, you guys stack. 1 for 2, Max Kelper against Sparkman. He is not one of the guys I'll be paying up for on the Twins, because if I'm going to go to a Twin, I'm going to Eddie Rosario. He's 0 for 3 against Sparkman, but he's going to get you there. These numbers are going to fool a lot of people. Trust me when I say stack these Twins, it's going to pay off today. Hunter Renfroe, 2 for 10, 2 singles against Marquez. This dude had a fire game last night. He put up a 51, everybody, at 5,000. I don't see why you don't want to go there today. All right. Austin Riley, no at-bats against Nola. Will Myers, 2 for 13 with a home run against Marquez. 6 for 24, Ozuna against Syndergaard with 3 singles, 2 doubles, and 1 home run. $4,500. Take a look. Get yourself some Yankees today. He's 1 for 7 against Lopez. That's one now to stay away. Gardner's 0 for 4 against Lopez, so you may want to stay away from him. But get some other Yankees, everybody, if you'd like. Chris Bryant, 2 for 3, 1 single, 1 double against Bueller. Senzel, no at-bats against Minor, but he's been hot. 14, 7, and a 12 in his last 3. Merrifield's a guy I'm looking at today. He's 4 for 10, 2 home runs, 2 singles against Odorizzi. He got a 3, a 18, and a 14 in his last 3 games, everybody. Malik Smith, 16, 5, and a 20 in his last 3 games. He cost you 4,000, cost you 3,000 on FanDuel. He's 0 for 1 against Montas, everybody. And then you have these guys down here, 2 for 11 against Minor. No at-bats against Darvish. Gonzalez is 3 for 12 with 3 singles against Bueller. You have Jay Bruce, a little expensive for only 1-6 against Newcomb. Clint Frazier has no at-bats against Lopez. I'm going Clint Frazier, though, today at 44, so you can lock him in as one of your Yankees. Domingo Santana has no at-bats against Montas. You have Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 2 against Bueller. Marwin Gonzalez is another Twin I'm locking in today. His last 3 at 0, got a 0, 8, and a 19. Soler against Odorizzi's 0 for 1, so you can stay away at that $4,000, everybody. 1 for 3, a double. Got Jason Hayward against Bueller. They may have him in there just because of that double, everybody, so you can take a look there. All right, and those are the players of the day. If you want to take a look at the MLB cheat sheet, everybody, let's take a look. See the players they give us at the prices and where they're at. Top pitchers of the day, Odorizzi, Nola, and Wacha. This is for DraftKings, everybody. I'll go to FanDuel after. The studs over 4K for DraftKings. Here you go. You got Bellinger, Kelper, Polanco, Mazzara, Gregorius, Merrifield, Chapman, Cabrera, and Markakis. Mid-range, 3.5 thousand to 4,000. Odor, Jimenez, McCann, Navarez. And home run hitters in good spots. You got Chris Davis, Todd Frazier, Conforto, Muncy, Acuna, and Freeman. Let's take a look at the cheat sheet for FanDuel. So the top pitchers they have for FanDuel are Odorizzi, Nola, and Wacha. The studs over 3.5K. You got Bellinger, Polanco, Kepler, Merrifield, Chapman, and Gregorius. Mid range from 2,800 to 3,400. Maraza, Jimenez, Cabrera, Marquez, Odor, McCann, Navarez, and your home run hitters in good spots. So there you go, everybody. So that's going to be that. All right, everybody. But before we go, let me give you guys my six pitchers I have of the day, and then I'm going to give you the lineup going against them, the possible lineup going against them, and how they hit against them. So here we go. We have Jake Odorizzi right here. Jake Odorizzi, he's going against a lineup that has about 50-50 righties and lefties. So against lefties, uh, per game, he got about maybe 2 home runs per lefty per righty per game. He's given up no three baggers this year. He's given up 29 hits to lefties and 17 hits to righties. Everybody. So if they stack a lot of righties, then he may get you some strikeouts today. Everybody. His ERA away on the road is at 2.65. He has a WHIP of 1.15. He has 4 wins and only 2 losses on the road, everybody. So he does well on the road. He is on the road today, everybody. Uh, 9 Ks per every 9 inning on the road, and only 4 walks per 9 inning. And he's only given up not even maybe a home run per 9 innings, everybody. So that's not bad for Jake Odorizzi. You have here are the is the lineup that may go out against Odorizzi today. The two hottest batters against Odorizzi are here in red. You have Merrifield, which is 4 for 10 against Odorizzi, and you have Alex Gordon, which is 5 for 15 against Odorizzi. Now the rest of the guys I will stay away from on that team. So if you're going against Odorizzi, these are the two guys that you can lock in. All right, we have Walker Buehler down here. Now Walker Buehler against lefties and righties, he's gotten 39 Ks versus each. He's given up 10 walks this year as the lefties, 27 hits, 5 2-baggers, 4 home runs, and 1 3-bagger versus lefties this year. Versus righties, he's given up, he's struck out 39 of them. He's walked 3, given up 34 hits. So against righties, he's given up more hits against righties than lefties. He's given up 6 2-baggers and 4 home runs. No 3-baggers against lefties, or against righties, I mean. Now at home, he has an ERA of about 4 runs. But on the road, he's given up only 2 to 3 runs on the road, everybody, so that's not bad. And here's the rest of his numbers. He's striking out about 9 hitters per inning, whether he's on the road or at home. He's only walking maybe 1 to 2 guys per game, and he's given up maybe a home run in each game. Now the hitters that are going up against Buehler that have good rapport against him are Baez because he's 1 for 4 with the home run, Wilson Contreras because he's 1 for 3, and you have Jason Hayward, which is 1 for 3. So if you're going to play any of the Chicago Cubs, those are the ones that I would play. All right, down here we have Aaron Nola, everybody. Aaron Nola, he's his lefty and righties. He struck out 38 lefties this year and 48 righties. He's walked 19 lefties, 15 righties. He's given up more hits to righties, right-handers, and left-handers, but he's given up the same 2 baggers. Uh, his home runs against lefties and righties is about the same with 6 and 5. But his ERA is way different when it comes to on the road. Everybody, he's given up about 6-7 runs per game on the road. But at home, he's only given up maybe 4. That's the reason. So now he's striking out pretty much 10 guys, whether it's on the road or at home per game, and he's walking about 4. But he's only given up a couple home runs, so he's not giving up too many bombs. Everybody. But to a couple of these players, he's have given up bombs. Like Nick Markakis, he's given up 2 bombs to Nick Markakis, and Nick Markakis is 8 for 30, so you can lock him in if you guys like today, everybody, against Nola. Josh Donaldson also has a bomb against Nola. He's 3 for 8. You have Freddie Freeman, which is 7 for 28. He has a bomb against Nola, and then Acuna is 3 for 7. But no home runs against Nola, everybody. But you can take a look there if you like. All right, let me try to get this over here. Bam. All right, my next pitcher is going to be Michael Wacha against lefties and righties. You can see here he struck out 12 more lefties or righties this year than lefties. They're going to throw out a lot of right-handers today, so he may get a lot of strikeouts. But he's walking more righties than lefties. Everybody, uh, he's given up also more hits to righties than lefties. Given up 42 hits this year and 20 hits to lefties. Now this is the thing to look at here, and let me put that in red because he has given up 10 home runs to righties this year. 10 home runs. Now, if you look at this lineup for the Mets, everybody, they have a lot of righties, and the righties that you look at have some power, y'all. They have a lot of power. Todd Frazier has 2 home runs against Michael Wacha, so I'll be locking him in. If he's given up 10 home runs and Todd Frazier's at 8 for 28 with 2 home runs against him, you're damn right I'm going there, everybody. Hechavarria's 3 for 5 against Wacha, everybody, so you can go there also. And Conforto's 3 for 7, so you can definitely go there. At home and away, uh, at home he's given up 7 runs per inning, not per inning, per game at home, but he's only given up 4 on the road. He has a WHIP of 1.9, and at home, and then away he has a WHIP of 1.59. And what WHIP means is walks and hits per inning pitch, so that's not bad. Um, versus the sorry about that. So at home, he's striking out about 7 players, or 7 players per 9 innings. But on the road, he's striking out maybe 8, 9. Now he's walking about 5 players per 9 innings, whether he's home or away. So that's something you can look at there. But he's not giving up that many home runs. 2 home runs per game for every 9 innings is not that bad. It is not that bad, everybody. All right, let's take a look at Syndergaard. Syndergaard versus lefties. He struck out 36. He struck out 52 righties. They have a lot of righties in this lineup, everybody, if you take a look here. Now, some of them are hitting well against Syndergaard, but he's striking out a lot of righties, so that's something you want to look at. He's given up 46 hits to righties, 39 to lefties. He's walked 15 righties, and he's walked 7 lefties. Now, he's given up 8 home runs to righties. That's just because they're giving a lot more hits against him, but he's given up only 2 home runs to lefties, so you can take a look at that also. Now his ERA at home is only 3 to 4 runs per game, but on the road he's given up about 5. His WHIP is 1 per inning, and then his away is 1 per inning. Now he's striking out about 8, 9 guys per game. Every 9 inning he goes out there, whether he's home or on the road. And same thing goes for walks and home runs. For walks, he's walking about 2 guys per 9 innings, and then for the home runs, he's only giving up maybe 1 home run per 9 innings. That's not bad at all. Now, the 3 hitters that got great report against him are Goldschmidt, he's 5 for 14. You have DeJong, which is 4 for 8, so he's batting 500 against him. And then Yadier Molina, which is 4 for 13 with 1 bomb. And Marcelo Zuna is 5 for 22 with a bomb also against Syndergaard, everybody. So you can take a look at that. All right, the last pitcher is going to be German Marquez. Now, German Marquez can get blown up today, so you can take a look there because he is going against San Diego in Coors Field, so that's something to look at. But against lefties and righties, he struck out 59 righties and 36 lefties. He's walking 13 lefties this year, and he's walked only 7 righties. Now he's given up more hits to righties than lefties, so that's something you can look at. Now they're going to have a lot of right-handed hitters today in the lineup, so that's something you can look at. Now he's given up 7 home runs to right-handers today, to righties, and then 6 home runs this year to lefties. So that's not bad, not that bad. But there are some players that have a little ownage on him, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now his ERA at home's given up about 5 runs per game, and away he's given up about 3. He's given up only a home run at home per 9 innings. He's walking about 2 guys, whether he's at home or away, and he's striking out about 9 guys per 9 innings, whether he's on the road or at home. Now, the 3 guys that have great rapport against Marquez are Machado, Reyes, and Hedges. Machado's 4 for 6, Reyes is 2 for 5, and Hedges is 2 for 8 with 1 bomb. Myers also has a bomb. He's 2 for 13 though, and then Hosmer also has a bomb, but he's 2 for 13. Everybody. So those are my picks. Those are my pitchers. Those are my numbers. That's everything I crunched down for the main slate. Everybody, I hope you like this a lot. Um, I did a lot of homework today. I'm going to be doing a lot of NFL, a lot more MLB. I may jump into some WNBA possibly too, everybody. Again, if you watched this video, thank you. Give it a like. Tell your friends. Please subscribe, everybody. I'm trying to make this thing work. I will keep them coming, everybody. Um, my name is Michael, the DFS Genius. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you later.